Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 1 in Alien, the original screenplay. Now, if you don't know, the screenplay Star Beast by Dan O'Bannon was changed somewhat through the years and how it developed and became Alien. Dark Horse Comics partnered with 20th Century Fox to bring you a true, or at least as true to form as possible, comic adaptation of that screenplay. And this is me doing a dramatization of issue 1. If you like this, please do give it a big thumbs up. Please do share it. Really does help the channel out, those shares. And if you do like it and it gets enough likes, views, etc., then I will continue this over on Thursday. It's not a huge run, this comic, but it's completed now, and I thought I would bring you the adaptation, the dramatization, here on the channel. But that being said, let's dive right into it. We open with holograms, neo-noir computers firing into life. The cargo spaceship Snark, far beyond Earth vicinity space. We see some lights begin to turn on. The engines whir and the computers beep. Things are stirring on the Snark. As this is happening, we pan down into the deep depths of the ship. We see cryostasis pods with figures. One opens and a cat awakens. We see the crew of the Snark as they are awoken from their hypersleep. Oh God, am I cold? Is that you, Roby? I feel like shit, Broussard. Yeah, it's you alright. As the crew get dressed, we hear their interactions. Oh, I must be alive. I feel dead. You look dead, Faust. The vampires rise from their graves. Good one, Melconis. They yawn and they stretch, shaking off the hypersleep. We made it! Well, how does it feel to be rich, guys? Cold. It's funny, I don't feel as weak as I usually do after this. Me neither. Okay, everybody, topside. Put on your pants and get to your posts. We see Roby hugging the cat, and as they get up topside, we see them surrounding a table. I'm gonna buy a cattle ranch. I'm not kidding, you can get one if you have the credit. Look, just like real cows too. Alright, tycoons. Let's stop spending our credit and start worrying about the job at hand. They all sit down at their comms, their stations. Right, fire up all systems. Melconis, you want to give us some vision? Melconis starts clicking and clacking at the computer. Feast your eyes. What? Where's Earth? Melconis scanned the whole sky, frantically pattering at some of the keys. Where are we? This is Deep Space Commercial Vessel Snark, registration number E180246. Calling Antarctica Air Traffic Control. Do you read me? Over. Hiss. Static is the response. I don't recognize that constellation. Okay, I've got our location. Oh boy. Well, where the hell are we? Just short of the Zeta 2 Reticuli. We haven't even reached the outer rim yet. We're not even halfway to Earth. What the hell? Chaz, I've got something here on my security alert, a high priority from the computer. Let's hear it. Computer, First Officer Roby here. You have signalled a Priority 3 message. What is the message? And the computer replies, I have interrupted the course of the voyage. What? Why? I am programmed to do so if certain conditions arise. Computer, this is Captain Standard. What conditions are you talking about? I have intercepted a transmission of unknown origin. A transmission? A voice transmission. Out here? The crew are shocked, stunned even. I have recorded the transmission, the computer replies. Play it for us, please, Roby says. And the computer plays it back. It's just noise almost, and yet it's still a language. The computer continues. It is none of the 678 dialects spoken by technological man. Again, the crew getting even more concerned, worried, shocked, surprised. What? Unknown language? How can that be? There are 2 points of salient interest. Number 1, it is highly systematized, indicating intelligent origin. And number 2, certain sounds are inconsistent with the human palate. The reality has now set into the crew. Oh my God. Well, it's finally happened. First contact. Computer, what's the frequency of that transmission? 6533-0-99. I've got it. It's coming from Ascension, 6 minutes, 32 seconds. Declination minus 39 degrees, 2 seconds. It's on screen 4. Planetoid number 120 kilometers? What? It's tiny. 2-hour rotation. Gravity is 0.86. We can walk on it. So they all gather round. First contact. Awoken from their slumber early. Not quite the rich men and women they thought they were. Look, if it's an SOS, we're morally obligated to investigate. I don't know. Malconis, it seems to me we came on this trip to make some credit. Forget the credit, Hunter. What we have here is a chance to be the first people to contact a non-human intelligence. Hell no! We don't know what's down there, on that piece of rock. What we should do is get on the radio to the exploration authorities and let them deal with it. Yeah, that's all well and good, but except it will take 75 years to get a reply back. And don't forget how far we are from the colonies, Roby. Men have waited centuries to contact another form of intelligent life in the universe. This is an opportunity which may never come again. Look, you're overruled, Roby. Gentlemen, let's go. We see the expanse of space, the planetoid. Oh my God, it's stormy for a piece of rock that size. They begin their orbit of the planetoid. The readings show that those aren't water vapor clouds. They have no moisture content. Put ship in atmospheric mode. And they begin to descend. Activate lifter quads. Activated. Vertical drop checked. Correcting course. On tangential course now. Orbiting. Crossing the Terminator. Entering night side. And we see it descend. The purple hues of the new planet. First contact. Atmospheric turbulence. Dust storm. Turn on navigation lights. It's pitch black. Approaching point of origin. Closing at 20 kilometers. 15 and slowing. 10. 5. We are directly above the source of the transmission. What's the terrain down there? Well, a line of sight is impossible due to the dust, but radar gives me noise. Sonar gives me noise. Infrared, noise. Let's try ultraviolet. There! Flat, it's totally flat. A plane. It's basalt rock. And take her down. Drop begins. Now. Kill drive engines. Engines off. 900 meters and dropping. 800. 700. Hang on, gentlemen. The ship comes down with a clunk. The engines, the computers, there's a racket, there's a noise. Holy. Engine room, what happened, Faust? Just a minute, hold it. I'm checking. We've still got pressure, no hull breach. Captain Standard, the intakes are clogged with dust. We overheated and we burned out a whole cell. Damn it! How long to fix? It's hard to say. We'll get started. Can't see a blessed thing even with the floods on. Well, we can't go anywhere in this darkness, so how long till dawn? Well, this rock rotates every 2 hours, so the sun should be coming up in about 20 minutes. Good. Good. Maybe we'll actually be able to see something then. Roby chimes in. The voice of reason, perhaps. Or something will be able to see us. There could be a whole city out there, and we'd never see it. But we do. We see the landscape, barren, desolate. The rock. Just settle down, Broussard. Marconis, you get any response yet? Nothing. But that same damn transmission every 32 seconds. Are we just going to sit around and wait for an invitation? Roby calls down to Faust. Hello, Faust? Yeah, Roby? How's it coming on the engines? I never saw anything as fine as this dust. These cells are all pitted on a microscopic level. I have to polish these things, smooth again, so it's going to take a while, okay? Yeah, okay. Marconis, how far are we from the source of the transmission? The source of the transmission is to the northeast, about 300 meters. Wow. It's close enough to walk to. Atmosphere's 10% argon, 85% nitrogen, 5% neon, and some trace elements. Non-toxic but unbreathable. Any microorganisms? Roby starts scanning. Not one. It's dead. Just rock particles, dust. We won't need pressure suits, but breathing masks are called for. I volunteer for the exploration party. And then we see them in the airlock there, getting their suits on, getting ready to go. Alright now, just remember, keep away from those weapons, unless I say otherwise. Roby, do you read me? Read you. Open the outer door. We see the ship, the lights, the darkness. We see the door lowering. Which way, Melconis? That way. You lead. Okay. We're on our way. And Roby sits there in the control room. Okay, Captain. I hear you. I've got you on my board. Good. I'm getting you clear too. The crew continues their desolate walk through the plains. Can't see more than 3 meters in any direction out here. We're walking blind on instruments. What's wrong? My signal's fading. How far? Hold it. I've got it again. It's over that way. It's close, real close. We should be almost on top of it. I just can't quite... And they get to a ridge. They see it. A massive spacecraft. There. Roby, we found it. Found what? It appears to be some sort of spacecraft. We're going to approach it. There are no signs of life. There's no lights, no movement. We're approaching the base. Appears to be a door hanging open. The entrance is clogged with debris. Looks like a derelict. We're going in. They enter the derelict. Airlock? Who knows? Let's find their control room. They begin walking through the alien craft. Look at these holes. This place looks like Swiss cheese. The architecture, unlike anything on Earth. This hole goes up several decks, like somebody was firing a military disintegrator in here. Climbing gear. They get a grapple gun out and shoot it up the hole. And they begin ascending. I'll go first. No. You'll follow me, the captain says. And she begins her climb. They make it to the top. A new room, a new cavern. We find a sack, an egg shell, perhaps. But again, the strange architecture. They marvel at it, unlike anything they've seen before. One of them looks up and can only say holy. And we see exactly what she was looking at. A creature sat on a throne. Look at this. Something's been scratched here. Into the veneer, see? Did you guys hear something? The creature, long dead, potentially, sits on his throne, arms outstretched. Face with 3, 4, 5, 7 points to it. It's unlike anything they've seen before. Completely alien. Look out! It moved! He draws a gun. Put that gun down. It's just machinery. But functioning. They're twitchy, understandably so. That's where the transmission is coming from. A recording, a damned automatic recording. Let's get back to the ship before it gets dark. Later that day, we see them all crowded around the control room. So these are some of the details of the control room and the skeleton. This is a close-up image we found scrawled on the console in front of the skeleton. And that's it. Phenomenal. Staggering. We've got to go back and take a lot more pictures, holograph everything. I agree, Roby says. This is the single most important discovery in history. But what killed it? Well, the way I figured it, they landed here for repairs or something. Then they couldn't take off again. They set up an SOS beacon, but nobody came, so they died. He died. What? Not they. He. There was only one skeleton.